barricades serve as internal controls for the safety of pedestrians and bike riders. As you can see, each one is secured with a lock, which makes it more secure. Ways that people can get around this control would be to drive their vehicle or anything else around and through the bushes and hit the pedestrians that way, or they could attempt to go over these, which could be very bad. Ways to audit or check to make sure these internal controls are working, people aren't getting around them, is to see if things like this are driving on things like this. Another internal control that we're going to look at today is the OSU password login policy. This takes a OSU username and password, and it can lock you out. Take a look. Ways of getting around this control include hacking and forms of other negative behavior. If one were auditing this internal control, you would work with the OSU IT staff who already act as auditors and monitoring things like hacking and unauthorized users in the system. Our next internal control is YouTube's copyright on their videos. People a lot of the times like to watch copyrighted movies, such as this example.
What? I want to watch Twilight!
Ways of getting around this control would be forms of hacking or taking advantage of Google's authorities, and ways to audit this control would include working with the Google IT team who monitors all YouTube videos in order that copyrights aren't infringed upon. Household blinds. And here's what can happen when it's not monitored the right way. Whew. So that's a problem. So ways to get around this are pretty obvious. You just look for peeping Toms. And ways to monitor this are to ensure that blinds are always closed. Our last internal control is OSU parking permits, which allows you to park in these lovely OSU parking garages. But if you don't have a sticker, this is what could happen.
Where's my car?
Auditing this control at Oklahoma State is already in place with Parking and Transit Services, who issue tickets, monitor parking garages and other parking spaces, and even put boots on cars. And that concludes our presentation of internal control.